Why do my heels hurt in the morning, and what causes heel pain in the morning? Now, it's a very common problem that we get asked in the podiatry clinic is why after a night's rest are my heels more painful than the night before? So what happens, we need to understand what's going on. Now, the most likely cause of this heel pain is a condition called plantar fasciitis. So what it is, it's an inflammation in the ligament in your foot called the plantar fascia. So we'll go back to the old foot model, and the plantar fascia sits, if we can imagine this pen is a sort of rubbery, sort of dense connective tissue that runs from the heel to the toe, and that's the plantar fascia. Plantar means bottom of the foot. Fascia just means this sort of connective tissue that's quite tough, like gristle. And so what happens is, when you've got a foot type that either rolls to the inside too far or your arch collapses, this plantar fascia is placed under too much strain, so it gets stretched. As your arch drops, the fascia gets stretched, and where the fascia attaches into the heel gets pulled. So this ligament, or the plantar fascia, starts to aggravate where it attaches into the bone, and you'll get this sort of like a bruised sensation. Now, you can get the pain anywhere from the heel right up to just behind the big toe here. So what happens is, when you overload that ligament and it can't adapt and repair itself, so if your foot's rolling in so far that it's straining this ligament beyond its ability to repair, what you get is these little micro traumas, and that creates inflammation in the ligament, and you get a thing called plantar fasciitis. The itis just tells you that it's an inflammation. So the inflamed plantar fascia, or plantar fasciitis, so that's the most common cause of heel pain in the morning. And the reason why it hurts more in the morning than when it's warmed up is, if you understand that when this ligament, once you've rested it, it cools down, and when things cool down, they shorten slightly. So just like the concrete in the road, when it's colder, the concrete of the panels of the road contract a little bit and the gaps in the road get bigger, so the expansion joints get bigger. That's what happens on here, is the ligament, when it cools down, so you rest it overnight, it cools down and shortens slightly. So then you get up at the first thing in the morning and you stand on your foot for the first time, and your foot rolls in the same amount, but the ligament is shorter. So that first pull is the biggest pull of the day until that ligament starts to warm up a little bit, and then the pain will subside. And that's why a lot of people come into the clinic and tell us it's very painful. The first step really hurts, then the second and third it gets a little bit better, and then by about 20-25 steps it actually feels quite good. So it warms up, that ligament actually warms up. So that's a sign that there is inflammation in the plantar fascia, and then it's warming up as you're walking. So that's why your feet and heels can hurt first thing in the morning. Treatment for it is support your feet with a good supportive shoe, use a soft supportive orthotic inner sole, calf stretching, releasing the muscles in the feet, and working on the plantar fascia to try and make it more flexible and encourage it to heal. Icing, and also there's cortisone and surgery down the track, but we don't refer many people for cortisone or surgery. So look after your heels, look after your plantar fasciitis, and if there's anything else we can do to help, we're more than happy to help out. Thanks.